How many of you know someone who is or has been in a care home? Many of us in the room. They could have been your grandparent, parent, maybe even a close friend. Now, let me ask you, who cared for them when you couldn't? Who steps in to provide that daily care, compassion, and support? In case of Aotearoa, New Zealand, the answer is often migrant care workers. These care workers have left their families behind to care for ours, providing physical, emotional, and social support. Behind the comforting words at the end of life are the hand of these migrant care workers who are holding up the entire care system at the moment. So my research focuses on the experience of these migrant care workers. What are their experience? And I'm doing this not by merely reducing them to statistics, but by recognizing them as people who have stories, struggle, and strength to tell. So I spoke with 26 Asian carers working in rest home facilities, and what I found was both moving and alarming. Many describe crushing burnout from chronic understaffing. Some rest homes right now are so desperately short staffed, they're literally counting toilet breaks. Yes, I'm not kidding. Others spoke of moral injury, knowing that they couldn't provide the quality care to the older resident, not because they didn't care, but because they were stretched too thin again with excessive workload. And then there were stories of discrimination, of not being heard, of being seen as doing the dirty work, or being shouted by the residents saying, "This is not your country. Go back to your country. You are worthless. That's why you are doing this job. Wipe my ass. This is what you're born to do." This is what the carers heard from the resident they cared for. And yet, they keep showing up every single day. Coping and drawing strength from faith, family members back home, and extensive financial responsibilities. But here's the truth: coping is not thriving. Today, 70% of care workers in New Zealand are on temporary visa. Now, imagine when these care workers are overwhelmed with staffing shortages and workload, the quality of care declines, leading the worker to burn out and leave the industry. And it gets very challenging to replace them, as we see that in the news every other day. As our aging population increase, we must ask ourselves, what kind of care system do we really want for our grandparent, parent, even for ourselves in the future? So my research focuses on amplifying the unheard voices of these migrant care workers. Because when care workers are cared for, everyone benefits. Our older people receive better care, families have peace of mind, and our aged care system becomes not only functional, but fair, inclusive, and sustainable. And that's the future I'm working toward. Thank you so much for listening.